Hello, everyone. Missed you all. Welcome back to another Helm weekly developer meeting. And again, we go by the CNCF conduct rules. And if you don't want to be on video, please turn off your video. But thank you for joining us. We do have some announcements, and Karen put the notes doc into the chat. So if you have any other items, either announcements or discussion items, even shout outs or social media amplification, which is a new item, which is awesome. Please put those into the document. And Karen, let's go ahead and start off with your announcement.
Yeah, so for KubeCon in Amsterdam in April, we should have a Helm project booth like we have at the last few conferences. So this is basically like a turnkey booth in the project pavilion area in the sponsor hall. I've currently requested that we have like half-day shifts. So I put in the hours for the PM shifts, but this was a request, so it isn't confirmed yet, but this is the expectation for now of what it will be. So once I get that confirmed from CNCF, I'll figure out like a staffing list, and then we can hopefully fill out staffing the booth. Yeah. That's all, just a quick update.
Anybody else want to talk about KubeCon, since that was our announcement? And hopefully we'll see some people at the booth again. Matt, are you going to be there? I know Andy will.
Okay. As of right now, I am not planning on making it to KubeCon.
That is too bad. Okay. On to discussion topics. Joe, you have the first one. I'm assuming, oh, I shouldn't assume, Joe Julian or Joe Thompson? Okay.
I stole Joe. Sorry, Joe. So this is a PR that they put a lot of work in. They've got, we talked about dry run and why you can't do it. And then we talked about maybe if you had the similar to kubectl dry run equals client or dry run equals server. Anyway, he's gone through and he's made this PR that does it so that it's by default not accessing the servers, but if you do want to do a dry run with server, you can say dry run equals server. I've used it. Actually, I'm using it a lot now because I've got a couple of lookups that I needed to be able to test. Works great. Just needs some review. It needs some review love.
Is there anyone specific that you're looking to have review it?
Well, I mean, I always want Matt Farina because he always is critical, much more critical than any of us, I think, about these in part because more knowledgeable. But I mean, I know you're busy too, so what? Anybody?
I'll take a look. Joe, do you have a test chart that you use specifically, or should we just kind of make one as we go?
I mean, I could point you at our Ripata chart, but it's a lot bigger than what you probably are looking for.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, nice. Thank you. Thanks, Black.
Mhm.
All right, sorry. Like I said, she thinks it's all about her. So George, next one, I guess I can look at fixes readiness check for stateful sets using partition rolling update. Would you like to talk about that one? George, are you still here? George is not here. Okay.
I can speak a little bit to it. I mean, there's a new mechanism, partitioned rolling updates, that now defeat the wait that was waiting for was it the minimum available. So this new rolling update feature, or the new partitioned rolling update feature, isn't accounted for in the weights, basically. And I think there's a PR open to. I think there's a PR open to.
Yeah, I thought there was one.
So is the ask here that somebody also takes a look at this one? And has anybody looked at it yet? George put some extra notes on there. He said it was broken. All right, so without George being here, maybe we'll wait for him on that one.
Needs review. That's what he finally said.
Just needs review. Okay. All right. Now, Andy, I know you have a topic too. If you want to talk about the OCI integrations, I know there were a lot of PRs.
Yeah, there's a lot of interest around OCI because it's just popular today in the industry, and Helm obviously supporting OCI is important, and there are a number of enhancements that are in flight, as well as a lot of issues around OCI integration, and it's good news and bad news. The good news is there's people who are interested. The bad news is not there's a lot out there. In the chat is this umbrella issue that Joe helped kind of put some graphs on some time ago. We probably have more to add to it because they keep coming in. Yeah. The good news is we have paths moving forward. The first one is going in and stabilizing aligning our CI away from Circle CI. So the reason why I mention this is that our first big pull request to help address a lot of the concerns is breaking due to Circle CI. So as soon as we get off of Circle CI onto just straight GitHub Actions, we'll be able to then move this PR, the PR forward, and then be able to start to unlock a lot of the issues that we want to address in OCI. So take a look at the Circle CI issue. There's a PR for it. I know that Scott has taken a look at it. Matt, you took a look at it a while back, but we've made some changes around then. So that will be the first step. And then I need to pull up the actual PR that will enable the first PR. Give me 1 second to find that.
Yeah, and we've got this weird issue that it's unable to fetch the config YAML file. Is that because it's been pulled? It's
I know very little
11.676.
about the Circle CI integration, so yeah, not sure.
Did the config YAML file get deleted entirely?
Yes.
Ah, then that's why it's causing an error. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Basically, this PR would just ignore a circle. We would look at the, just the action itself.
Okay. And it is required to pass, which is why we've got some interesting issues here. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
It's going to take a little bit of surgery and some collaboration from some of the members of the team to get this over the finish line. But as soon as we do that, we can then work on the next on the actual first PR that will basically add in a lot of new functionality for OCI integration and correct some of them. And then hopefully the dominoes will start to fall after that.
Yeah, so I can put in some time. I'm going to carve out some time to review stuff today. And I can put up the couple of things, a few things, hopefully. We'll see how far I get along with reviewing some of it. I'll start with the Circle CI stuff because I know that's blocking some other work. And I can take a look at it. And I can also go in and if we need to make changes to make Circle not required, that's another thing. So once we get the two approvals, we can get Circle not required. We can even pull it off of that branch. But I can dig through some of that stuff. Scott, if you can, wait, you did review it, but there was some more feedback after that. If you could take another look.
Yes. Yes. I think everything that I added some. So I made a pull request to Andy's branch just to kind of help because there were a number of things. So I think we need. Anyway, just another review, and Matt, my thought was, actually, I think we need 2 reviews because of that. Yeah, I think we need 2 more reviews because of that. You and someone else. So my thought about the Circle was that we check everything else. And then the main thing is we would merge without waiting for the requirements to be met. So basically bypass that one piece of branch protection, just the circle part.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
do the
and
testing. Yeah.
yeah, and we've got to figure out what we're going to do with circle with the different branches. So I'll dig into the configuration because we still need it on the existing release branch.
Yeah.
Because we're doing releases off of circle there, at least for a little bit longer. And we need to at least get this. Okay, so it'll be staggered. I'll go take a look at some of the configurations and see what our options are.
Okay, and before merging, the main thing is like, would you help with? I haven't looked at the Azure Blob Storage info.
Okay.
Why don't I go ahead and try to do that? I'll try to log in, and if I can't, then I may ask if I can't find it,
Sure.
I'll ask your help. Because we just need to add those secrets in before merging this, so we can do the test that you were suggesting. The upload test.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Basically testing the canary when merged. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And that's it from me. So this is going to be a good effort and hopefully be able to bring in a lot of new capabilities to the project.
Thank you. All right, Ben, what is your issue that you are trying to merge? It is, I'm pulling it up right now. Fixed package consistency.
Yeah, it was fixed package consistency to try to get that merged in if possible. I know we talked about it, I think, a couple of meetings back. I don't know what the status was for it.
Okay. And some of the Matt, did you take a look? Or Scott, Andy?
I mean, I can put it on the things. We'll see when I get to it. I think I understand what you're going for here with this, and I'll have to take a look.
Sorry, I'm in the airport, but TLDR on it is really just organizing all the files in the tar file so that they're in a consistent ordered fashion to make it a repeatable package.
Yeah.
Quick question though. I think I asked this before. My understanding of it wasn't just file ordering, but also the magic number addition was one of the main reasons why package consistency wasn't idempotent.
I think that's correct, and I think that there was a comment on the issue about it, and I believe I fixed it also as well. To be fair, it's been like a little while since I opened up the PR. I'll have to go through again just to make sure. But yeah, if you have any issues or questions about it, feel free to comment on the PR, and I'll make sure to answer them.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice. You. Okay. Update, whose update is this on CI being fixed? Or
it's from me. It's from me. Yes. So I'm the author of the PR. It's just that Scott asked me, I think last time, a couple of weeks ago, about the CI, and I was able to fix it. I think just for everyone else as well, if there's a problem with the deploy phase, you can just set the variables, although the two dummy values in your SQL CI, and the deploy phase can pass. Deploy phase is used as for PRs and branches pass. Anyway, the CI has to pass. So yeah, that's all I want to say.
nice, thanks. So one of the maintainers, if you can just merge that one, the DCO and CI have both are passed.
Yeah, there's still two workflows that need to be approved. I'll just approve and run them now. So I'm not sure why that wasn't the case before.
think he fixed them and then they just need to be approved to go merge them.
Yeah. They just did, and they're building now. So assuming that that looks good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That was an easy one. Thanks for bringing that up. All right, Farina, more maintainers?
Yeah, sure. I had a nice chat with Dr. Butcher and Martin yesterday, and one of the topics that came up was getting some more full maintainers. And I know there are a few people here who've put in a lot of regular work. And so if you're interested in doing more maintainer work internally in the code, beyond triage maintainer and some of the other stuff, reach out to me and we'll start talk about how we can get you to be more full maintainers. I'm not going to suggest anybody or put anybody on the spot, so I will let you reach out to me if you're interested.
Can I put people on the spot?
I'll let other people do that. No pressure. But we do think it'd be a good idea to have some more maintainers. There's some folks who aren't as involved anymore. They're off on other things, and we need more folks actively involved. And there's some people who are. So I wanted to bring that up.
Great topic item. Thank you.
Matt, did you and Butcher talk about folks that aren't involved anymore wanting to step down or part of the graceful
We didn't
step down?
handle that. That's one of the
Okay.
things we'll probably talk separately. I was
Yeah.
more interested in new bodies rather than dealing with bodies who aren't around.
Yeah.
And so that kind of thing.
All right, looks like we have one last topic. Michael, would you like to bring this one up as well?
Yeah, this is just related to a pull request I submitted last October. So it's just to support foreground cascade deletion. So on an uninstall. So basically, when you do the uninstall, that the command doesn't return until the pods are actually deleted. So I guess we discussed it at a previous meeting at the start of January, and there was a comment on the flag that I implemented just to match it up with the kubectl command, where you could specify foreground, background, and orphaned. So I guess I've done that update back in early January. So I guess it'd be great if any of the maintainers or whatever have time to review it, to progress the review. That'd be great.
Looks like George was already taking a look at it, but who else would like to take a look? And Joe, you added it to the last milestone, but does it need to be added to a different one? Or is this still 312? Looks like still 312. I guess
Okay.
who's the volunteer is what I should be directly saying. Asking.
I just added milestones based on whether it's a fix or a feature. And if it's completely broken, I try not to add it.
So now we know if it's not added.
Yeah, I was just looking at the original issue, and Joe, nice sleuthing initially. And Michael, nice work.
So I think tentatively we might say Scott.
Yeah, I'll do. I guess I have a few things to look at today. I will do this one too. But just a quick question: was the behavior consistently reproducible?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, here's the call out for maintainers, or not maintainers. Yes, maintainers, but moderator notes, triage for next week. While you're thinking about that, there are a couple other items that we don't have yet. Again, social media amplification, if there's anything that you want put into the Twitter channel or other, or a blog, and then any shout outs. I mean, I'll give my shout out for all of you being here. Definitely appreciate you all. So one of the highlights of my week, see how my life is going. All right.
I second that for sure. Yeah, it's like, you know, there's definitely been weeks, there have been times in the past where not that many folks were able to show or to be present. So +1.
Yeah, 1 week ago.
And bringing your issues to the call definitely helps a lot. So thank you, everyone. All right, any moderators for next week? Is anybody going to be around? Okay,
I can do next week. I'll send it.
thank you. I can probably do.
I may be able to too. I'm not 100% sure. Thanks, Karen. You know, can I actually ask one more thing? And it's just sort of a perpetual reminder, but Michael, thanks for the PR. Since you're familiar enough with code to make, with the Helm code base and these commands especially to make this PR, anyway, if you would be interested in helping to review PRs as well, please just go ahead and do it. Also, feel free to reach out on Slack for any guidance or any support, because we're continuing to ask folks to help with that so that we have a big community effort for reviewing. That was it.
Yeah, sure, that's no problem. Yeah, I can. I mean, it is my first PR, so I still new to the code and whatever. But absolutely, yeah, I can have a look at that. Some, yeah.
Yeah, even just like, is there an issue connected to it? Can we reproduce it? Can you reproduce it? Does the PR that says it wants, that says it's fixing it, does it actually fix it? And then, you know, just kind of even just doing that side of things is really a lot.
Yep, sure. Yep, no problem.
Thank you.
All right, everyone. Guess we will see you next week. You decide you want to do or sign up for anything else, just put it into the notes. So thank you. All right, till next week. Thank you all.
Bye.
Bye.